Tonight, your feet will touch the floor, and your brain will barely notice. They will carry you to the bathroom, to the kitchen, to the car, to a chair, and maybe into a pair of soft shoes designed to make the ground disappear. But for most of human history, the ground did not disappear. It talked back. A sharp stone said, "Shift your weight." Wet mud said, "Slow down." A root under your toes said, "Grip." A slope said, "Adjust your ankle or fall." So here is the strange question. Why did ancient humans seem to have stronger feet than us? Not because they were superheroes, not because modern people are weak, but because their feet lived in a world that kept asking them to work. Your foot is not just a flat platform at the bottom of your body. Each foot has 26 bones, many joints, tendons, ligaments, nerves, and small muscles that help you balance, push, brake, turn, and feel where your body is in space. The arch acts like a spring. The toes stabilize. The sole sends information back to the brain. In other words, your foot is supposed to be alive. But modern life often treats it like luggage. Think about the ancient version of a normal day. No sidewalk, no polished floor, no flat gym mat, no elevator, no car, no padded sneaker doing half the job. An ancient human walked across dirt, stone, grass, roots, hills, riverbanks, and uneven ground. They crouched near fires, they climbed, they carried food, they stepped sideways around thorns. They balanced while crossing streams. Their feet were trained by thousands of tiny problems. None of those problems looked like exercise, but together they were exercise. Now look at the modern version. You wake up on a soft bed. Your feet touch a smooth floor. You put them inside shoes with cushioning, support, a raised heel, and a narrow front. Then you walk on flat surfaces, sit for hours, drive instead of roam, and let stairs, elevators, chairs, and screens remove movement from the day. The ancient foot had to solve problems. The modern foot is often protected from meeting them. That protection is not bad. Shoes are useful. They protect us from glass, asphalt, metal, heat, cold, infections, and injuries. For many people, supportive shoes are necessary. Modern footwear is not the villain. But protection can quietly become overprotection. If something supports your body every hour, your body learns to depend on that support. If the toes never spread, if the arch never responds, if the ankle is never surprised, if the sole barely feels texture, the foot may become quiet. Not broken. Quiet. This is where the science gets interesting. The evolutionary biologist Daniel Lieberman studied how barefoot and shod runners move. His work helped show that people running barefoot or with minimal protection often land differently than people in heavily cushioned shoes. Many barefoot runners land more toward the middle or front of the foot, while many cushioned shoe runners land more heavily on the heel. That does not mean you should throw your shoes away and sprint on concrete tomorrow. That would be foolish. It means the environment around your foot changes how your body behaves. A shoe is not just an object. It is a tiny world wrapped around your foot. Researchers such as K. Doodle and colleagues compared habitually barefoot people with people who regularly wore shoes. They found differences in foot shape and pressure patterns. Other researchers, including Nicholas Holoka, have studied the human arch as a spring-like structure that helps store and release energy as we move. The simple idea is this: feet adapt to the world they live in. If the world is varied, rough, and demanding, the foot becomes more responsive. If the world is flat, padded, and predictable, the foot may have fewer reasons to stay responsive. This is not only about feet, it is the same ancient modern mismatch. Your brain evolved for real danger, then got email anxiety. Your body evolved for daily movement, then got office chairs. Your attention evolved for the forest, then got infinite scrolling. And your feet evolved to read the ground, then got foam, carpet, concrete, and smooth floors. The body does not adapt to the life you wish you lived. It adapts to the life you repeat. A child understands this before adults train it out of them. Watch a small child barefoot in a room. They squat, climb, balance, curl their toes, walk on edges, step on strange surfaces. The foot is curious. Then modern life starts organizing that curiosity. Sit still. Keep your shoes on. Stay on the path. Do not climb that. Do not get dirty. Walk normally. Stand normally. Be normal. Slowly, the foot stops exploring, and the brain stops asking it to. This matters because feet are part of a chain. If the foot cannot sense and adjust well, the ankle may compensate. If the ankle stiffens, the knee, hip, and lower back may feel it. Not every body problem starts in the feet, and anyone promising that is overselling it. But the feet are not separate from the body. They are the foundation touching the world. The hidden mistake is romanticizing ancient life. Ancient humans were not magical barefoot athletes. They got injured. They stepped on sharp things. They dealt with parasites, infections, broken bones, and no modern medicine. A simple foot wound could become dangerous. So the point is not that ancient life was better. The point is that ancient life asked more from the foot. Modern life asks less, then sells us solutions when the body gets quiet. Balance boards, mobility routines, toe spacers, special shoes, foot exercises. Some can help. But the strange part is that your ancestors did not need a foot routine because the routine was hidden inside the day. Walk here. Carry that. Step over this. Crouch there. Balance for a second. Rest. Move again. Tiny signals, repeated for years. That is how bodies are built. There is a rough phrase in biology: use it or lose it. It is not perfect, but it points in the right direction. Bone responds to loading. Muscle responds to demand. Balance responds to practice. Skin responds to contact. Nerves respond to input. The foot responds to being used like a foot. So maybe your feet are not weak because they are flawed. Maybe they are quiet because modern life has been speaking over them. Every padded step says, "I will handle this." Every flat floor says, "No need to adjust." Every chair says, "No need to support." Every car says, "No need to walk." And after years of that, the ancient system at the bottom of your body fades into the background. But it is still there. The bones are still there. The muscles are still there. The nerves are still waiting for signals. The old map is not gone. It is just covered by carpet, concrete, foam, and habit. You do not need to live like a hunter-gatherer to respect your feet. You do not need to reject shoes or pretend modern comfort is evil. The lesson is simpler. Notice when comfort removes every challenge. Give your feet safe moments where they can feel, spread, balance, and work. Small moments. Almost boring moments. The kind ancient life gave automatically. Because the reason ancient humans had stronger feet was not that their feet were completely different from yours. It was that the world kept asking their feet to stay awake. Tonight, your feet will touch the floor. This time, maybe your brain will notice.